back to Truth to Tell. I'm Michelle Ali-Murati.
And I'm Andy Driscoll. This week we bring back Julia Nerbonne to talk about Minnesota 350 and what it's called Moving Planet. An International Day of Climate Action coming up at week's end. Julia, welcome to you. Let us in on this latest quest of yours, please.
All right. Well, this Saturday at 2 p.m. at the Minnesota State Capitol, we have a fabulous event. It's called Moving Planet, a day to move beyond fossil fuels. And on this day, there will be millions of people around the world who are coming together to raise their voice to their leaders to say it's time to take bold action on climate change. So in Minnesota, there'll be events around the state. There's one in Bemidji, there's one in Rochester, and elsewhere. But in the Twin Cities, we're going to have it at the State Capitol. We're going to have a mass bike ride at 11 a.m. leaving from the Stone Arch Bridge, which is going to wind its way through the cities and over to the Capitol.
Still riding bikes, eh?
Absolutely. We love it. We're going to be celebrating the successes of some efforts to get the University of Minnesota to go beyond coal. So last year our event was at the Stone Arch Bridge, and we wanted to send a message that we wanted to shut down the last coal-burning plant in Minneapolis, and that we've been successful. So we're celebrating that success, and we're moving on to tell our leadership it's time to take many, many, many more bold actions. So we'll go to the State Capitol at 2 p.m. We'll have a resource fair with organizations from Oxfam to we'll have Featherstone Farms there. We'll have...
What's Featherstone Farms?
Oh, it's a wonderful community-supported agriculture farm down in Rushford, Minnesota. But we'll also have all sorts of energy-related organizations. We'll have Clean Water Action, the Sierra Club, Natural Resource Defense Council, and also smaller organizations like a neighborhood organization called Cool Planet. So we'll do that. We're going to have a speaker program from 3 to 4:45, and then after that we'll have a celebration. We'll have Lucy Michelle and the Velvet Lapels, and Alicia Wiley and the New Primitives, and they'll be doing a dance party for us. And so it's going to be both a moment to really recognize the urgency of the climate crisis, to come together to speak with people from Somalia and from North Minneapolis to think about what the moral consequences of climate change are, but it'll also be a time to celebrate all the possibilities.
So this is the second annual event like this?
You know, every year 350.org, which is Bill McKibben's organization, has an International Day of Climate Action. So this is actually the third International Day of Climate Action we've celebrated here in the Twin Cities.
Okay. And you had a bike ride across Minnesota a couple of years ago, right?
We did. Last year we had some folks actually who were biking across the nation, from the West Coast to Washington, D.C., and then down to Florida and over to Cancun for the international climate negotiations.
Well, and are you just biking all over the place then again? I mean, you're coming from the Stone Arch, did you say?
Yep, they'll be biking from the Stone Arch Bridge over to the Capitol. It's about 10 miles, but along the way there's a series of checkpoints, so there'll be fun things. There'll be dances and stops at a co-op. There's going to be a band about 5 blocks from the Capitol that will welcome the bikers, and then they'll all stream into the Capitol together.
And remind our listeners, what day is this happening?
This is on September 24th, so this coming Saturday, 2 p.m. at the State Capitol. And you can get more information if you visit our website. It's mn350, so mn350.org. And there's all sorts of information about the schedule. There's an interfaith march. We're going to have a lot of churches getting together and marching with a Heart of the Beast puppet, so you can learn more about hooking into the interfaith march if that's what interests you.
Sounds like fun.
It does sound like fun.
And not just fun, but important.
Important.
Julia, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much, Andy.
Really appreciate it.